Money talks louder when you listen closely. If you've ever wondered where your money goes at the end of the month, this video is for you. We're going to cover the best apps to track money in the US and, more important, a simple plan to use them without turning your life into a spreadsheet. You don't need a finance degree to start. You need a couple of tools and a small weekly ritual that sticks. We'll pair two apps that cover the basics, budgeting and investments. You'll learn how to connect your accounts and see your money in one place. Mint is a solid starting point for automatic budgeting and expense tracking. It links to many US banks for free and gives you a clear monthly view. Personal Capital helps you watch your net worth and your investments. It's free for budgeting, plus a straightforward picture of where your retirement money stands. If you want a straightforward budgeting discipline, YNAB is worth the price. It pushes you to assign every dollar a job, which helps you stop mystery spending. For keeping tabs on subscriptions and recurring charges, Rocket Money can help you cancel things you forgot you signed up for. If you want a simple, fast view of spending that looks good on a phone, Simplifi by Quicken is a good middle ground. For a lightweight, do-it-yourself approach to savings and micro-investing, Acorns or similar can act as autopilot for investing. The core idea is simple. Pick two apps that complement each other, connect everything, and create a tiny weekly ritual. In practice, many people do better with Mint plus Personal Capital or Mint plus YNAB, depending on how you want to focus your money work. Today we'll build a plan you can actually use, not a lecture you'll forget. Week 1 is about setup. Choose your two apps and connect your accounts. Give yourself 15 minutes to label the common expenses you already have: groceries, gas, streaming, dining out, and small daily spends. Set up a simple budget with clear categories. A quick rule many people start with is 50% needs, 30% wants, and 20% savings or debt payments. You can adjust these numbers as you learn your own rhythm, but start with something easy to track. If you don't have a savings goal yet, add one. An emergency fund is the anchor. If you already have one, set a retirement or debt payoff target to aim for in the budgeting tool. Week 2 is about goals and automation. Create 2 or 3 concrete goals in the app: an emergency fund target, a retirement contribution goal, and a debt payoff target if you have high-interest debt. Automate what you can. Schedule transfers from your checking to savings and to your investment account. Automation reduces the chance you forget to move money and helps you build real progress without thinking about it every day. Week 3 is a weekly habit. Set aside 15 minutes on the same day each week for a money check-in. During that time, review the week's spending, adjust any misclassified transactions, and check your progress toward your goals. Use this time to look for small waste in your budget. Maybe there's a subscription you didn't notice, or a recurring charge you don't really use. Cancel or pause things you don't need and move that money towards savings or investments. Week 4 is where you connect the dots. Open Personal Capital or your chosen investments view and glance at your net worth. Notice how much your investments have grown or how your savings balance has moved over the month. Ask yourself a practical question. If you keep this pace for 6 months, what changes would you see in your finances? Use that view to adjust your budget and goals. If you see you're saving more than you expected, you might drop a debt payoff date or push more into retirement accounts. From here on, make it a habit to review your net worth once a month and to recheck your goals. Small adjustments over time compound into real results. A few practical details to help you avoid common traps. US banks and apps differ in how fast transactions show up. Give the apps a day or two to sync, especially if you've used a new card or a bank transfer. Be honest about your spending. It's easy to tell yourself you're not overspending when you really are. The simplest fix is to categorize every purchase, even the tiny ones, and then look at the totals at week's end. Use the subscription tool aggressively. Subscriptions creep up, and most people don't realize how many ongoing charges they're paying. The moment you see a recurring charge you don't use, cancel it or switch to a cheaper plan. Don't chase perfection. The goal is improvement, not a flawless budget every month. Some months will be tighter, other months will unlock small wins you can reinvest. A quick map of the apps helps you choose the pair that fits. If you are new to budgeting and want a very gentle start, Mint plus Personal Capital offers automatic tracking, plus a clear view of investments. If you want a stronger budgeting push, you could try YNAB with Mint to keep spending honest while you learn zero-based budgeting. If you want to keep things simple, Simplifi with Rocket Money can cover every dollar and also help you clean up subscriptions. For those who like a quiet, framed view of how money moves, Pocket Guard can tell you what's safe to spend after bills and savings are set. Remember, the tools do not do the work for you. They reveal the truth about your money, and that truth gives you leverage to decide what to change. This approach works in the real world because it respects your time and your rhythm. You don't need to become a numbers nerd. You need to start with two solid tools, a small routine, and honest checks. If you're in the US, these apps fit most bank accounts and most credit cards. They are designed to work with the typical financial structure here, which makes it easier to pull everything into one place and see the big picture. The end goal is a healthier money habit. You'll start to see where money leaks, where you're wasting time on small charges, and where you should actually push money to work harder for you. As you apply this plan, you'll notice something simple. The act of tracking changes your behavior. When you know a weekly sit-down is coming, you'll pause before you buy, ask whether you truly need something, and consider if that money would be better used to grow your savings or fund a future goal. A practical tip to keep momentum is to set it as a daily 10-minute check-in during lunch or after work for the first 2 weeks. Then reduce the time to a weekly 15-minute habit, and later keep the shorter weekly review as a steady rhythm. If you have debt to pay, use the budget to decide which debt to target first. You can use either the highest interest rate or the smallest balance method, depending on what keeps you motivated. The app can help you automate payments and track progress toward that payoff. Think of these apps as a compass, not a map. They point you in the direction of your goals, but you still need to walk the path. The better you tune your targeting and the more honest you are about your spending, the faster you'll reach real wealth-building behavior. Over time, you'll be surprised how little you need to think about money every day. The important thing is to keep a consistent rhythm. Connect, categorize, budget, automate, review, and adjust. Your future self will thank you for this small, repeatable effort. If you want to know my quick pick right now, Mint for easy budgeting and personal capital for a clear look at investments and net worth. If you want a tougher budgeting discipline, add YNAB. If you want to trim subscriptions with a clean, simple interface, add Rocket Money or Simplifi. The exact tools you choose don't matter as much as the habit you build. Your plan should feel doable and consistent, not fancy or overwhelming. If you found this helpful, tell me in the comments which 2 apps you're going to try first. Have you used any of these before? And what difference did you notice in your spending or your mindset? If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more practical money moves. I'll be back with more simple, actionable ideas to help you manage money, invest wisely, and build wealth over time. Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.